Hello and welcome to, first video I've done in a little bit due to a variety of reasons, including anxiety issues. But just screwing around with a Dark Murakumo on my meta build. I had to take off the shield and the sword, but 661 AR. Not as much as an Exile or a Herald, but this thing's a little longer, and I like its own little slimmer style a little more. The dark damage is also pretty damn high as always, which makes this thing especially nice. But I think it's 427 damage. I was checking the other day. And oh boy, a spear against... Yeah, damage is definitely not this thing's weak. See? But yeah, it definitely does its own fair job at putting people down. And I feel a lot more comfortable using it in all honesty over the meta style, which is basically Black Knight Shield and a Dark Lothric Sword. I can use that, but I certainly feel a hell of a lot more comfortable using this. So I think this is what I'm going to practice instead, till I'm very good with it. I'm already not bad, but I do rely on the poise a lot. So this build can regen. It's also got a blessed Caestus, which doesn't do bad damage, due to the fact that that Caestus has 30 faith. So it'll do about 140, 150 damage on a punch. So it can be used as a finisher if someone's going to get a little roll happy. And since my hyper armor isn't affected by going one-handed, and on only the physical damages, I can go one-handed for the surprising little punches to catch those that keep rolling at me. No, I'm not sure if it'll be too terribly effective. Another Gales. I recognise the name and the game just stutters. I think I know who this could be, but I also know who it could not be. Yeah, this might be actual Sam. I know who it is, then it looks like he's just made a new character and he's just gonna, you know... He wants to play passive. He's a curved sword user, so he's of course going to be very adept at using spacing to his advantage. Like so. Yep, that's definitely Samtron. I know who it is and he is stupidly good at this. I really do not enjoy fighting him, to be honest though. Because he is super passive, as you could see. And he knows his timings, so I can't exactly just use the regular tactic of R1, R1 and hope they walk into the second one, so... Note to self if I meet him again. The only thing I could probably do is get out the Caestus. Bait him in with that. I've done that in the past, though I'm not sure if it'd be terribly effective, as I have used it on him when he was using a curved sword. So he could just, you know, avoid that as well. And again, is he even on? Because I am in the same Discord as him, and I would expect to see him on. Says he's away. I don't believe that. But anyway, it could just be a very good player with this in the name. Though I do have my doubts. Another curved sword user? And he has poise. This is going to get interesting. Yeah, like the game lagging. I can just R1 spam, mate. You do not want to try that against me. I think he has a Murakumo as well. I was thinking you would run into the third. I did it second, still didn't quite get the timing. I'll regen slowly. Ooh, didn't break his poise, so that's pretty much the reason that I don't like doing it against other curved great swords when they have heavy armor. They will absorb the hit and they will trade in their favour. I almost did it earlier, but then failed miserably because I managed to, you know, instead just, well, swing too late. And also the game stutters, because I think it's just, you know, the game being a general pile of shit, but I think there is a reason for it, because I did some study into it, and apparently previous controllers will take effect, and they will apply said effect to the game still. So really you have the inputs of two controllers, but one doesn't actually exist, in theory. And that results in the game stuttering at times. Now, I have been able to find that there's confirmed inputs that have no source on the computer, but I haven't been able to do anything else with it. And I know I can go through a one-handed Ultra Greatsword, but I'm not sure if I can take 2 hits from one. So this doesn't encourage me, to be honest. R2 I can trade with anything, I think? I'm not sure. Catch. Do it again. No, he didn't fall for it that time. So he fell for the... See, I can trade. Oh, goodness. And I didn't roll. I have the slowest reaction times in the world. My button is literally... No, my finger is literally always on the B button. And I still take about 10 years to register. Oh, I got hit, I need to roll. I need to improve that, and I'm not really sure how. Maybe I should start punching myself in the face every time I do something stupid and don't roll it. That would probably encourage me a bit, wouldn't it? Should have charged the R2 and I would have traded, or I could have, you know, rolled and then not died like a little shit. Oh, there they are. Great Hammer. Don't think I can trade with that in many circumstances, if any. Yeah, oh god. That connection. I can trade it in terms of damage, but I really can't do it in terms of R1ing. Good lord. Like, if he had triggered Frostbite, he would have probably had me there. Which would have been very worrying. But, managed to get away with it, but that was pretty bad. Yeah, I've managed to confuse my friend related to a dream I had. Because I remember a line for that dream. Come and join the party. Password AHNS. I don't think it has any relevance, but I decided to send the message to him and I think I've confused him. I'm an arsehole at times, but then again, it isn't really an arsehole-ish message, just one that seems very out of place. And Black Knight Shield and a Scythe. And they're silver rank, so I think... Oh, he's gone 2-handed. Okay, come at me, mate. Well done. Yeah, he's got to keep the shield out now, isn't he? He's definitely keeping that shield out now. Because he definitely is not going to accept a variety of things. But, yeah, people tend to roll when they think you're going to attack. If you attack during that roll, you tend to get them. So, yeah, it's one of the things I've learnt, but I'm still not necessarily a great curved greatsword user. I'd say I need a bit, well, a fair bit more practice, though this build, with the poise and the damage, allows me to often... it tends to, I think, carry me a bit. because I'm lucky like that. So, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff that I could really improve upon. I think I'm doing well enough with this. Oh look. This is a slightly harder looking build. A whip. Plough, which is probably dark. I can poise that if I do it right. And he's got Tears of Denial, so let's get those throwing knives ready, I suppose. Oh, that's the wrong one, bud, but... yeah, it's a try-hard using that. Why is it always memers that have the try-hard build? You'd probably put on regen if I don't. Just gotta roll it, but this lag is gonna be fun, isn't it? I can use the sword just well one-handed. It's just he's gonna keep the aggression, I think. Good lord. And he has some natural regen as well, I think. Yeah, you want to keep trying it, mate. Come on. You just traded, okay. Good lord, these rangers. Knife. And yeah, didn't quite get it. But yeah, that was one of the more meta-y builds, and I really don't enjoy fighting them, but yeah, that was going to be a loss from the start, I think. Not often I encounter that style of build, though. Then again, I'm playing during the midday, so I'm probably encountering people that I don't normally encounter. Which is to say Asians. Which are... yeah, it's slightly not great. Can look into the player lists I have. Yep, Asians. So there's gonna be latency, which I should have actually accounted for. Just started raining pretty heavily outside. So, well, let's just get back to regular business, is it? I hear a miracle. Is it? Yeah, it's an ultra great sword. I don't really want to trade with that, but looks like I'm not going to have an option. You can actually poise my up. You just I wanted to do a running attack game. Good lord. Yeah, I can stagger him with that, so I should use that to my advantage. I've also got regen, which I can use if he just wants to sit there. We've both got castices as well, that's the thing. Backstepping in Dark Souls 3. Didn't do it in time, I'm dead. Good lord. That poise. So I'd need to stack even more poise if I wanted to go through that, but I couldn't actually go through it two-handed, so I'd probably need a lot in all honesty. I know I can go through great swords one-handed, well, ultra great swords one-handed, when they're one-handing now. Because I've done it with the Farron, but two-handed, I think the poison damage goes right on up. But, well, let's see. But this is a build I do enjoy using more than most of my builds, because I just connect with curved swords. Also, yeah, parry lord. Okay. Well done. He's gonna do it again, isn't he? Not sure how that didn't hit him. And now his connection is apparently what I will equate to hot garbage. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. He's gonna keep trying it, isn't he? Just well done. He probably had a Chaos Dagger. Because I could see he had a dagger at least. But it's probably a Chaos one. Seriously, why would you do that? If it's not going to work the first time, what makes you think I'm going to just walk into it the second time? I'm not sure what got into his mind, but it just wouldn't work. So he just continues it. And anyway, I might do a few invasions with this build, though since I can't edit, I'm not really able to cut down the footage and cut out the waiting time in between, because that happens a fair bit. So I'm not sure what I would do there. I might just send the footage to someone else to have fun with. Though I will admit the footage is a bit stuttery at times. Like my entire game. Which isn't encouraging, but it could certainly be worse, I think. Exile with what looks to be heavier armour. Farron set, Cathedral Knight helm, Farron boots? I should be able to outrange him in theory, but he wants to use the rolling attacks, which are means. Good game. So, yeah, it's sort of an example of having good poise to trade with the other curved greatswords. You can really do some stuff with it. Plus, this build here has really high defenses as well, so I take relatively low damage. It's optimized for meta play with the not with the curved greatsword, with the Lothric Knight Shield and Dark Lothric Sword. Not Lothric Knight Shield, Black Knight Shield and Lothric Knight Sword, but I've actually taken those off and just put this on. And I've kept the other tools, which is the Blessed Cestus and the Filianor's Chime, which I haven't actually had an opportunity to use. Mainly because, well, I've only actually used it a few times, and that was against another tryhard who I came across in the arena, who goes by the name of Prediction PvP, or A Moron, as his name is actually spelt in game. Oh, is it? Yeah, this is Yuki from earlier. He's already gone up to silver. I'm proud of them. Good lord. Yeah, I can't trade with the running attacks, because poise damage running attacks is potato. Maybe I can do it with an R2? Didn't do it quick enough. So I've been beaten twice now by someone lower ranked using the same weapon, but only because I'm an idiot. I went for another R2 there instead of a R1 or roll. I should have gone for the roller. Because he's not hyper passive, so he wouldn't be coming in for it. He was right there as well, so he could have just gone straight for it. So what else is there to consider? Well, this will be my last match, but I think what I'll do is I'll try and get a few invasions at some point, but yeah, this will just be the finisher for today. So, well, I like the Dark Murakumo a lot, and I might experiment in the future with other variations of Curved Greatsword and such. With Dark, the Herald in particular, and the Exile, since I hear both have just a little less range but a lot more damage. I'll be deciding ultimately what I prefer. It'll still probably be this. Guy called New Game with a Darkmoon Blade on a Ultra Greatsword. I can reaction block. Oh, I can trade with them. Well, if I poise reset, I would... Yeah, I can trade with them once, and then I need to poise reset, so I'd have to use my weapon art. That shows, actually, my poise quite well for me, then. So I can trade with an Ultra once, then I poise reset using my weapon art, and then I can trade with them again. Otherwise, they'll break my poise every time from then on out. That I have to consider then. Okay. Well, either way, that's that. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time, where we'll see what happens with this build and so on. Either way, bye for now.